Hello! How are you all today? So, after a little break, I am back with some messages. Um, but also about this break, I would love to send my love and support to all of you that went through challenges on the last 2 weeks. Energetically, we were going through a portal. We have been going through a portal. Probably you've read or heard a lot about that, also because of the Lion's Gate. But yeah, these last weeks of July and the beginning of August, the first week of August, it was one of the most intense times now. Not that all the rest of the times are not intense, but on this moment, we were confronted with our wounds. So, as I said in the previous update, there were a lot of challenges and wounds, things coming up to the surface so that we could heal them and do it different this time. So for me, of course, it was not an exception. I went through some processes, really seeing these wounds clearly, even creating situations, of course, subconsciously, for these wounds to show up so that they were dealt with. And it was really an alchemical process, an alchemical week. This, not this week, the last one. So curious to hear how it went for you. And now after the Lion's Gate, we had the full moon in Aquarius. So a very special moment in time, because 8 of 8 is this famous portal where we are super connected and in tune with Sirius, with the spiritual sun. So there is this direct alignment, and this happening also in a full moon, it's also very special. So to talk about this after, this full moon after, because usually we can feel the energy of the full moon either 2 days before or 2 days after, so it's like the energies are still working together. But for further details, you can always go back, look back into the beginning of February, when there was the new moon in Aquarius. So that will give us further insight, and then of course you can remember the full moon in Leo. Check with resonant, how it resonate with the new moon in Leo that happened also prior. So this always gives us extra information, but just to tune into the present moment, with this full moon in Aquarius, Aquarius representing the community, representing the group, representing the collective, and Leo representing the heart, representing the passion, representing the fire. I feel like it was no ordinary full moon, and it's no ordinary times. Why do I say this? Because also in this full moon and in the next year's full moon in Aquarius, Pluto is also in Aquarius, so it's not just the moon operating by itself on that energy. And Pluto is in Aquarius to purge everything that is not fully aligned with the new earth, with the new ways that we are creating, with the new, I would say the new humanity, with the collective, with the community. So for me personally, it was a lot about community, this full moon. And also healing through the heart. So healing in the heart happening, because my Chiron is in Leo. And also, of course, like the sun in Leo is highlighting your heart. It's highlighting your confidence, your power, your authenticity. How much do you allow yourself to be fully yourself? Also, How much do you allow yourself to be seen? So this is Leo. So when we have the full moon in Aquarius, different scenarios can come up. um, let's start with a beautiful scenario. So a beautiful scenario for this energy, it is, I am able to fully see myself, Leo, and so I am fully seen by others, Aquarius. So this is the perfect scenario. It's to find the middle ground between my heart and the collective heart, between what I offer and what the group has to offer. About my role in the group, what is your role in the group? So all of these things are Leo and Aquarius, okay? Because Aquarius will be, okay, we are working as a group, but Leo representing the heart, representing the sun, representing the fire, what am I passionate about that I can offer in the group? So all of these are topics for this full moon, the last that just passed, full moon in Aquarius. So yeah, definitely can be also about healing the heart, healing old wounds, healing your insecurities, being able to show yourself in the collective, in the group setting, feeling part of a tribe, feeling part of a whole. Or of course, energies can be out of balance, which is okay, it happens. This is like a guitar, sometimes the strings are out of tune, and on that case it could be like a misalignment between what I offer in the group and what I feel that is fully aligned in my heart, or even like being too much in I want to do it this way and I'm not able to listen to others or to integrate others. So yeah, many possibilities with these energies, but I feel like definitely this full moon has ripple effects. Aquarius has ripple effects, okay? Especially because we are in what we call the beginning of the Aquarian age, and with Pluto in Aquarius we'll always have ripple effects. And of course that also, besides this, we have still the other part of the Mercury opposition to Pluto. And I feel this one also super in tune, super interesting, because Pluto in Aquarius is really purging everything that is not aligned with the vision, with the collective, with who we are becoming, who is this authentic beings that we are, no? And Mercury in Leo can be too much in the fire sometimes, in the reactivity, in the heart, no? But not in the heart on a heart-centered way, much more in the heart on the stubbornness, on like, I want to be the one, I want to be the leader, I want to be the one who shines. Like all of these things. Also abuses of power, abuses of power, of confidence, like being too egotistical. So all of this could be moving with this energy. Let me be practical, okay? I don't like to be like just fairy stuff, because then you don't understand. This in a practical way will be, okay, I am entering this relationship with this person, and I want this person to be available 24/7 to talk to me. So that will be Mercury in Leo in a very exaggerated mode, okay? It's not as radical as this, but just for you to understand. And then Pluto in Aquarius will be like purging that, like finding ways to cancel that desire, or to finding ways for that needs to be met in other way. Like, no, I'm not gonna be 24 hours talking to this new person. No, I'm gonna give it time. So this is the maturity that Pluto in Aquarius does very gently, so that we are not attached to the old story. It's all about releasing the old stories, purging the old stories. so that new stories, more aligned stories can come in. We are the ones writing it. Now, in terms of this week that we are on, yeah, interesting week. I feel like there is a lot of purge happening. Not as intense as the last update I shared here. That was really a deep inner journey. Now I feel like it's more of like little pushes here and there. Like things, sometimes we are creating the situations, okay? We create certain things outside of us for us to step into the empowerment, for us to step into the roles we so desire. And if we are not doing it in a conscious way, outside factors have to come and manifest to push us to do that. And many times it's us. We are generating it, okay? Go read the Hermetic laws. The universe is mental. We are creating it. Co-creating it, let's call it like that. But yeah, so this new week has, of course, some intensity, some purging, but at the same time, when I was checking the transits, I saw so many beautiful aspects, you know. And of course, saying that Mercury moves out of retrograde tomorrow, so this will help for communication to flow a little bit better, for expression to feel easier, because in the last week or weeks maybe, it has felt intense, like cars braking, messages undelivered, communication not flowing. And now this kind of takes a weight out of us. So when Mercury starts to move direct, feels like life is also slowly moving direct. Then of course there is this Mars in Libra thing and then the conjunction between Venus and Jupiter that will be exact. So this is very magical because, yeah, Jupiter entered Cancer a few months ago in June, and now sitting with Venus, it's like the goddess is meeting the teacher in a way. The goddess is meeting the master, because Jupiter will expand everything. Jupiter is there to expand. It's actually its role. So when the princess sits, or the goddess sits with Jupiter, he might teach her something about love or about emotional security. But yeah, I feel like Jupiter is teaching Venus, so our inner way of relating, how to trust, how to fully surrender, how to fully be in the flow. Because that's the message of Jupiter in Cancer now, is to teach us to be in tune with our emotions, to teach us how it feels to be safe, to feel safe in our internal home. So now with Venus also there, we are taking this to a next level in a way. So of course this can be expansion in your romantic relationships, but also expansion in the way you deal with money. You might be finding a new home or a new partner or new ways of relating, or going deeper in your relations, in going deeper in your connection to your feelings and how you share these feelings and how you go to these deeper places inside yourself, because that's what Cancer is. It's the womb. Also deepening the connection with the womb, of course. I said this, I don't know if I said this in this video, but Jupiter in Cancer, it's really love making, it's babies. So yeah, we can also expect more pregnancies. So that is beautiful. Celebrate life. Yeah, so it's quite a journey. I feel like we'll have many cosmic helps. There is also transits. Now I don't remember if it was the trine or sextile. But I love that I don't remember, because that's the intention of my channel, is to be much more in the flow and much less like specific terms. So yeah, what I saw is that there are beautiful helps. So cosmic helps, beautiful aspects, a big call for alignment, a big call for aligning with our path in this life, with the direction we must go. Like, not, yeah, it's really not about forcing, it's really about flowing, about allowing the things to come to us, you know, about allowing ourselves to be who we fully are. No shame, just authentic, being present with what comes, flowing. And of course, in the end of the week, it's a lot about communication, because we'll have a moon in Gemini. So yeah, just going quickly through the moons of the week. So now moon is in Pisces, so it gives us this dreamy, yummy fantasy, magical feeling. And then Monday and Tuesday, I think Monday and Tuesday, or Tuesday and Wednesday. Okay, yeah, Tuesday and Wednesday, moon in Aries. Moon in Aries is like, let's move the energy. There will be a lot of fire. Mercury is also direct, so it's really a time to move. It will be very hot here in Portugal, definitely, and yeah, also internally. And then after, we have a moon in Taurus to help us ground, to help us come a little bit more down. It will be Thursday and Friday, so of course other transits will be happening and there will be a lot to integrate, so it's more like, you know, like this grounding. And then we'll end the week in the weekend with the moon in Gemini. So movements are happening, new ideas, new insights, the cosmic helps, the path is getting clearer, new things are coming, surprises, and it's like, okay, let's deal with this. And so this is it for this update, and I wish you a beautiful day. Bye bye.